Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Ether Amara. In this screen share today, I'm going to be sharing some really good information in regards to African history, the constitutional rights that have been shaped across the continent of Alkebulan, stemming from the Malian Empire, and how these pieces of human rights and systemic belief really shaped the Americas in itself. So this website is called Sweet Lena, and this is going to be in regards to what is called the Mandɛn Charter. And I'm just going to read through it here, some really good information. So how has this constitution shaped and continues to shape the history of our world? The Mandɛn Charter continues to draw attention today as one of the most inspiring sets of laws in the 13th century, even still influencing certain practices in this age. Despite this, not everyone may be familiar with its name and how it has emerged or managed to shape our world. To find out more about this historical charter and how it has been incorporated into the modern day period, read on for further discussion and start educating yourself today. So it's going to give you some information over what is the Mandɛn Charter. I think that there are a lot of people within the diaspora who may not have the information behind what the Mandɛn Charter was. I think that due to a lot of the disconnections between diasporas, a lot of people forget to, highlight how important the people within the land were before they were taken across these oceans and brought to the shores of the Americas. I think it's really important to know what came with those people. Just because the land was taken from underneath them doesn't mean that what was inside of them could be defeated. So this is just going to explain what is the Mandɛn Charter. It might be worth establishing what the Mandɛn Charter is to make more sense of how it has managed to positively impact our planet and help people see things from a better perspective. Often subjects taught in schools don't cover important aspects of African history. Unfortunately, this means that fewer people are drawn to the historical pivotal points that took place in the ancient ages and how they came to impact our civilization today. However, sometimes being educated and aware of the messages can help us learn from valuable African histories and come to realize and appreciate the formation of the world around us. Discovering this can give you a greater perspective on life and can help you reflect on what is really important. With this being said, let's find out what the Mandɛn Charter is. So the Mandɛn Charter was made in the 13th century Malian Empire, setting out the laws that the clans of Mali would live by. As one of the most dated charters from around the globe, this charter stresses the importance of social peace, the sacredness of life, and freedom of speech. It also touches on the significance of a wide range of other important topics such as education, food security, protection of the environment, and the abolition of slavery, targeting matters both in Mali and across the world at the time. Some of these issues still linger today, although the Charter still managed to achieve a huge positive impact. So what did the Mandɛn Charter actually manage to do? The Mandɛn Charter effectively gave equal human rights to people, including slaves and women, and it also encouraged the protection of our environment. In this way, it raised more stability in society, expanded peace, and welcomed diversity. It managed to impact our world today, even continuing to regulate and lay the foundations for certain aspects of community life in Mali. This charter was even put on the representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity by UNESCO in 2009, highlighting its clear significance. Furthermore, the Mandɛn Charter also managed to contribute to prominent practices taking place today. It contributes to preventing disputes and creating peaceful resolutions to conflicts within the region, with the Charter drawing attention to the importance of individual human rights, the freedom of movement and owning property, and the freedom to enjoy the fruits of one's labor. Ceremonies to celebrate the Mandɛn Charter take place every year, backed by Malian local leadership. The recognized charter's symbols of love and peace are projected in these celebrations. clearly reflecting the Charter's dedication to promoting unity and justice in inclusive communities. In turn, this creates a positive and welcoming atmosphere for everybody within society, teaching them significant values from which they can learn to help themselves, as well as each other. Having the comfort of this history at hand can help people from Mali discover inner peace and cooperation with others, allowing love and friendship to blossom in what might have otherwise been a place of conflicting ideas. So it's just going to go through here and it's going to give you history on the Mandɛn Charter, how the Mandɛn Charter really gave birth to Magna Carta, and how a lot of the social constructs of human rights were taken from the Mandɛn Charter as a whole. So I think it's really nice to educate others on how a lot of our people had the foundation of justice already ingrained into their societies, and it was used across the world to lift up other societies while lowering us down and not including us in these writings and in these teachings. So I think it's really nice to know this type of information. I think it is definitely, as it's stated in here, something that is not taught in school. Especially when we're talking about Black history, we're talking about, the foundations of slavery and how, human rights are to be upheld. There is a lot missing when it comes to how the Mandɛn Charter already expressed that before those slaves were taken and left the shores. They already had their own systems. They already had their own thing. So I think that it is definitely something that should be studied, revisited, and learned across the world.